Hey, my name is Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man, and today I'm going to be talking to you all about praying in the Spirit because you guys are going to find this funny, but I'm serious. You'll never forget this term ever. Some people have some little kitty meow meow prayers. What's a little kitty meow meow prayer? You know, people don't mean it when they do it, but it means they're not fully connected with their prayers or they're not putting their spirit into it. And the Bible talks about, especially in Ephesians 6:10 through 18, pray in the Spirit on all occasions with all kind of prayers and requests. With this mind be alert and always keep on praying for all the Lord's people. And you got to keep in mind, the one thing that Jesus doesn't like the most is, or the most actually, because this does affect Jesus, it affects your relationship with Jesus, is when you have a lukewarm Christian who prays, but they think they're connected with God. It can be way worse than someone, and this is a wild statement, than someone who's very far away from God, because that person has potential, versus a Christian who's too comfortable, who won't change anything, basically is at a danger to themselves. So the one thing that's a major danger for Christians is a little meow meow prayer. So for people who have cats, you're going to know what I'm talking about. When a cat, have you ever seen a cat talk? They'll talk to each other. Cats can talk. And they you can laugh, guys, but basically I remember when we had a whole bunch of cats outside of our house, a long time ago, we fed one and they all came around and they would talk to each other. Sometimes they would fight. And then they started having kittens or whatever. But when you see these cats talk to each other, they have, these, I don't know the biological terms for these, but they have, like little whiskers. Like for a human, the anatomy is here. I'm thinking about what I'm going to say. I don't know the actual term. They're poofy woofs. They're poofy woofs right here. Little poofy woofs with the little whisker stickers. Little poofy woofs right here. And when they talk, they like, meow, oh meow meow. That's what they do. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh meow, meow meow. And some people, when they pray, they look exactly like that and they talk exactly like that, but more so in the sense of not being a cat. So I'm gonna give you some examples of some kid meow meow prayers. And this will stop your blessings from coming in if you're praying a prayer that you have no spirit in. And some prayers you can pray a little faster as long as you're connected with them. Some prayers you should take time to pray them if they're heartfelt. Like if it's needed at the time. Like if you're, for example, you can't just not pray a prayer and not put your spirit into it. For example, Our Father who art in heaven. And I'm not making fun of any of you. I'm not. But this is a little Kimmy meow meow prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not in invitation, but deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, the power. I put too much spirit into it. I can't. I put more spirit into it than the example I was trying to use, but and thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen. Sometimes people just sound monotone, like Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Oh, I got the words out, right? It doesn't work like that. I mean, you can make a cake, but it can have no flavor. Put some flavor in that cake. So basically, some people have some little meow meow prayer. And that's all that goes on. Like it's automatic. You guys will never. That'll always stay with you guys. I knew a guy who has 20 cats, and someone called him Cat Papa. So there's a cat lady and Cat Papa. This whole video has a lot of cat energy to it, but basically, what you guys have to know is you should connect with your prayers, because especially if you need the prayers, tap into it. So what's the correct way to pray? If you're just thinking about us, man. I'm not. I'm calling something out that needs to be said. So, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom. And you know what? When you sing a song, you can act like you're singing a song. That's why it's called Psalms. It's literally songs. So the Psalms you sing out loud. Oh, I might make a video on that. Basically, what I'm talking about, guys, is you have to pray in the Spirit on all occasions with all kind of prayers and requests. With this mind, be alert and always keep on praying for all Lord's people. Not that. So, and you can come up with your own version of it. You can almost do it like a song. Our Father who art in heaven. That's why you see and you know what? It's black churches from back then. From back then, not now. Some black churches, yes, they have the most spirit into it. Well, black churches are some of the most spirit-oriented churches. I don't know why. So, I just said it as it is. You want me to sugarcoat it? But I really won't. It's only the black churches I've been into, and I've been into a lot of churches, especially back then. Whoa, they're putting a spirit into it. Some of them do it a little bit too much, to the point where they're just, nope, that's not the Holy Spirit, that's you screaming. So, there's a balance. Versus some Sunday masses is like, today we're going to be talking about Jacob and the Bible and divination and how he used different forms of divination. Whoa. Oh, it's churches. I don't know about the coffee that they have after the church. But basically, think about your favorite song. I don't have a favorite song. I don't like many of these favorite songs. La la la. I don't know. Just the only song that pops into my head is la 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 la. Oh, so in that song, or come Mr. DJ, somebody replay. Oh, Mr. DJ, it's by that Demon artist. And yeah, Demons can make some really good sounding songs. So when that comes on in the club and the song outside, people are like, ow, that's a dance move. So why can't you do that in your prayers when you talk to Jesus? You think Jesus doesn't feel that? So the Bible, if you put more spirit, as much spirit as you put into your favorite song in these lyrics, you'd have a better connection with Jesus. And you'd have more connection to your prayers. And your prayers would be more magical. What do I mean by more magical? You can feel, hear, see, touch angels when you pray. You can literally... I remember one time I prayed before I fell asleep and I got scared. And it was a long time ago. The only thing I fear now is God. But I prayed and it felt like I was traveling and I freaked out. And I was traveling. I was going straight to heaven. And I heard noises in my room and I'm like, oh, what? I must have made God angry. I must have prayed too much, too into this prayer. I don't know what's going on. Is this a demon? And I started flipping out. I'm like, oh God, what is this? My ears sounded like tunnels, and my clairaudience had open. There's been times I prayed and I felt myself coming off the bed. I'm like, oh, this is it. I'm being raptured or something. This is it. I don't like this. And then it didn't happen again because I didn't pray the same way after that. And I'm like, hey, it's because I was connected. So I remember there's been certain times where I prayed and colors shot across the room like an octopus. And I'm like, trying to take a picture of it. I'm like, what is going on? So I'm like, what the? So when you go to bed tonight, you guys have to be remembering prayers by your mind. You can't be writing them down and reading them out loud. That's not connected. That's not the spirit. That's the body. So I'm going to give you an example. Finally be strong in the Lord. And we're going to say this prayer together. Finally be strong in the Lord and his mighty power upon the full armor of God, so you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. What if you don't want to say it like a song? Then just say it with some euphemism, some passion. Finally be strong in the Lord and his mighty power upon the full armor of God. And if you really, really, really like a prayer, you can sing it. Finally be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. For our struggle is not against the flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the powers. I mean, you get it. So you can literally sing your prayers. Put on the full armor of God. So that the day of evil comes, you may be able to be... I mean, you just come up with your own version of it, because I made a bunch of different versions of it. And then when you start singing it, it gets stuck in your head, and then you have a prayer stuck in your head. Finally be strong in the Lord, and in his mighty power, put on the full armor of God, so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. I mean, it'll get stuck in your head that way too. And then when you have a prayer stuck in your head versus a Riri song, then you're attracting angels and not demons. So I'm gonna get something stuck in your guys' head. Finally be strong in the Lord, and in his mighty power, put on the full armor of God, so that you can take your stand. I mean, some of the words will tweak a little bit. Make sure you're saying the exact identical prayer, but you can tweak it a little bit to make it fit into a beat or a tempo. So yeah, I'm thinking of another one. So, come, Mr. DJ, come, somebody replay. Mr. DJ, won't you turn the music up? Into my the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. Like, why don't you guys do that? The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. Like, pray in the Spirit. They're called Psalms for a reason. Songs. They took the Spirit out of the Psalm a long time ago. You can put it right back into the Psalm. So make prayers more fun. Deuteronomy, what am I doing with this here in my head? I'm wearing my prayers. I can't get tattoos. This vessel is not allowed to get pierced with tattooed ink. So, and if I ever was able to tattoo my body, you would not see my face. I'd be like one of those people in the movies where I would look. Let's just say, I'm not going to talk about that, but if I were to get one tattoo, you would not see my face. I'd be like, I can see you, and not the Illuminati thing, but oh great, you know what? That's exactly why they do it too. So they get a bunch of tattoos, and I just outed people in that video. Oh great, just outed a whole bunch of people. So whenever you see someone do this, yeah, that's why people get tattoos like that and do this. They get tattoos on their hands so they're able to flash the signals. But just added them by accident. But that's the end of this video. I should talk about this one day, not now. If you ever see someone do this, alarm. Are they inherently evil? No, but you gotta open your eyes. One eye is covered. It's one day. One day. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. God bless all of you. Ciao!